Hi everyone. Since we are getting closer to the end of the school year, in terms of writing, I am going to do some reviewing. So I am going to review what narrative writing looks like. I'm then going to review what opinion writing looks like and informational writing. Today, the focus will be on narrative writing. The fourth quarter standards for Onslow County School District has us work on narrative writing. So I have posted videos about narrative writing before, and this will be continued practice and review for us. To review, a narrative tells a made up or a real story. In narrative writing, writers tell a story about one or more events. Narrative writing has a beginning that introduces the characters and setting. It also has a middle that shows how the characters think, feel, and act. And narrative writing has an end that makes sense. As we continue working with narrative writing, we want to keep all of this information in mind. Today, I am going to be working on a narrative brainstorm. I put the word narrative up at the top of the paper to remind me what type of writing I am doing. I then put the word characters in this bubble, so I will brainstorm the characters here. I put the word feelings in this bubble, so I will brainstorm about my feelings here. I then put the word setting in this bubble, so I will talk about the setting here. And then I put the word actions here, so I will brainstorm or write about the actions here. I'm going to put the topic of my narrative writing here. And remember, this is just a brainstorm, so my writing does not have to be perfect here. I am going to choose to write about Hurricane Florence. I put the topic of my narrative writing, which is going to be Hurricane Florence, in the bubble in the center. Now I'm going to write about the characters. In particular, I'm going to write about myself, and I'm also going to write about my boyfriend. I'm choosing to tell the story of Hurricane Florence, and the characters are going to be myself and my boyfriend. Thinking back to the feelings that we both felt during Hurricane Florence, I would say that we were scared, worried, anxious. So far, I know that my topic is Hurricane Florence. The characters I will write about are myself and my boyfriend. The feelings that we had were feelings of scared, worried, and anxious. Now the setting, which is where this event took place. I wrote coast of North Carolina because Hurricane Florence impacted many different places. and a more specific setting, so to narrow it down even more, I'm going to talk about my house and the time of Hurricane Florence. Last but not least, I have to brainstorm and think about what actions took place during Hurricane Florence that I can write about. So I'm going to choose to write about how I prepared for Hurricane Florence. I prepared in terms of groceries, food, gas in my vehicles, ice, batteries, and those are just a few ideas of the preparations or actions I took to be ready for Hurricane Florence. And I'm also going to choose to write about the action that took place during Hurricane Florence. So, shelter in place, wait it out. To review, my narrative writing topic is Hurricane Florence. I chose to write about Hurricane Florence because I thought that it would be a storm or weather that many people would have a connection to. The characters that I will write about are myself and my boyfriend. The feelings of scared, worried, and anxious. The setting, the hurricane took place on the coast of North Carolina, and in more specific location, a more specific location, would be my house. And as far as actions, I'm going to talk about how we prepared for the hurricane and how we stayed in the house and waited the hurricane out. I'm going to take these ideas from my brainstorm and I'm going to transfer them into a rough draft in a future video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, leaders.